Welcome back to Food Crimes with Ham, the most sporadic cooking show on YouTube. It's been like a year since my last one, but yeah, I'm in a new place now. I'm in a new place. We're gonna make some unwinding. There's this modern recipe, modern interpretation of the cuneiform recipe I found, and I don't know what it'll taste like, so I'm just gonna make it myself. So I think that's going to be pretty fun. Don't normally mess with leeks or barley, but we're going to get it going. It is a soup with a barley and sourdough base. I'm going to put half of this chicken stock in here if my camera would focus. That'd be very nice. I'm just eyeballing it. Here's the thing. Cooking is an art, not a science. I'm going to get that boiling. Nothing too crazy. This is a vegetarian meal minus the chicken broth, which is actually pretty cool. I'm pretty hungry. I don't know how filling it's gonna be. What I'm gonna do right now is take our leeks. I'm like Hatsune Miku with one of these things. I'm gonna slice them up. That will be the base. I'm gonna saute them in that pot. Hey, that will allow me to actually use both my hands here, which is good. Hopefully how the cooking YouTubers do it. I washed out my leek. I gotta be sure to wash the leeks just because a lot of dirt is in the leaves, and obviously you don't want to eat that. It very much is a pain. Alright, that's that leek chopped up. I got some olive oil going in this pot right here. Should probably turn on the light. Also, sorry if the audio got a little bad all of a sudden. I had to turn on the fan up top. Anyway, we're gonna get these sauteing for about 5 minutes, gonna translucent. Hopefully I cut these leeks fine enough. Like I said, I don't have too much experience working with leeks. Now, while this is sauteing, I'm gonna get to work with this parsley. The recipe specified either parsley or cilantro. I don't have the cilantro gene, if that's what you're wondering. I just prefer parsley, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Again, not sure how historically accurate this is. This does seem like a very modern interpretation of the unwinding, but still, yeah, I think it'll be cool. Alright, so this recipe calls for a cup and a half of parsley. So I'm just going to eyeball this. We gotta wait until the leeks get translucent to add them in. Which, they're simmering right now. They're getting some work done. Alright, I will check back in once the leeks are sauteed. Alright, these leeks are reducing down nicely. They are looking nice and transparent. Also, it turns out I actually did screw up with the broth. I was not supposed to cook it yet. That was if you were using a stock cube, which I'm not. I'm just using a pure broth. But anyway, these are looking good. So I'm gonna go over here. Also, the recipe specifies 2 cloves of garlic. I could not be asked. This stuff just works so well. Also, I like a lot of garlic, as you can see. Yeah, a little garlic goes a long way. You're a bit... Is the video upside down? Alright, the recipe said to saute these until they're fragrant, and you know what? It kind of looks like slop, but it certainly smells pretty good. Kind of deglaze. How the hell did the recipe only specify 2 cups? This is nothing. I'm gonna finish this off. Alright, we are just about done on this stew. Look at how much the barley soaked up all that liquid. Even with me adding more, it's just totally gone. Which, I guess that's why it's a stew, not a soup. I was calling it a soup earlier. So, what makes this sort of special, we gotta garnish it with some sourdough. This was the post creator's interpretation of this, but here I have some sourdough bread. I purposely left it out to make it stale, but these are basically the butt pieces from a loaf of bread I was just using for sandwiches and stuff, which is actually sourdough. Oh my god, I love sourdough so much. It's like the best bread. Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna hit him with that to make it real. And alright, I got myself a nice bowl here. In my nice little Sonic ramen bowl, which I thought was pretty funny. I got my bread here, kind of torched it a little bit, but that's fine. What I'm gonna do here is just gonna put a little drizzle of olive oil on top, just because I think that tastes good. And then I'm going to take this bread, and I'm just gonna crumble it on top. A little more body to the dish, especially considering we don't have any meat. Man, there are crumbs all over my hands. And finally, I'm just going to take a little sprig of parsley here, wash that off, and just garnish that on top. Alright. And here we are. It actually looks pretty nice with the bread on top and all said and done. It doesn't look like Cincinnati dog slop anymore. Alright, well, let's take a taste. Get a little bit of everything right there, get some bread on top. Gonna want some crunch with that. Oh, hot, hot. Oh! Okay, I did not get a great taste of the flavor. That is really hot. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. I'm gonna take another bite in a second. Alright, that, like, seriously burned my tongue. Let's try this again, shall we? I'm gonna get a little bit of bread here, a little bit of barley and everything. Ooh, that is a nice little soup. Wait. The bread on top is honestly kind of making the dish. I mean, it's like, normally you dunk it in, and it's good, but like, you get that good mix of that really soft liquid and the really hard crunchy bread. Yeah, this is good. I don't know how historically accurate the recipe is, I guess, but like, hey, thumbs up on this one. It is a pretty decent soup.